What's up, guys? On this episode of Build Dad Build, we're gonna build a couple of outdoor chairs out of 2x4s. I picked up 14 8-foot 2x4s. I'm gonna make 2 chairs. So you can make 1 chair out of 7 8-foot 2x4s. So that's like under $30 for 1 chair. I designed this chair in SketchUp because I kind of had a rough idea of what I wanted, but I wasn't sure. I wanted to make sure what the dimensions would look like and things like that. SketchUp's a free program you can download on the internet. And when I made it, somehow, and I did this completely by accident, but it should only involve 3 different lengths of board. So I'm just gonna need 21-inch pieces, 25-inch pieces, and 28-inch pieces. So I'm gonna set up a stop block and cut some of those pieces. I would love to be one of those confident woodworkers that would just cut everything ahead of time and then put it together, but I'm not. So I'm gonna go kind of piece it together as I go along. Although I'm gonna do more cuts than I normally would just because of that whole, there's only 3 cuts to make. So the chairs are basically gonna be 2 squares with the chair in between. So we're gonna cut both sides of the chair, the arms and the legs, which are all the same piece kinda, you'll see. And then we're also gonna cut the box that's gonna actually end up being the seat. And hopefully, if things go well, you'll be with me tonight. If everything goes as planned, then those should just go together nicely, and then we'll work on the back. We're also gonna be torching these chairs and then finishing them with a sun bleach stain. A lot of you had questions about the sun bleach stain. I will be using that on these chairs. So stick around until the end, we'll talk finishes. Okay, so pocket holes have been drilled. Now we're gonna assemble the legs. 2 things to note. One, these are some ones that I already did. When I did the pocket holes, I did these pocket holes kind of facing the back and those facing the inside facing back. That way, when you're looking directly at the chair, you don't see any pocket hole. So I got a couple of off-cut pieces right here. Just one on each side to make sure that this is straight going across there. The only thing I can say about this is look at your, pay attention to your orientations. Right over here, I did 2 to begin with and realized that those are both right side pieces. These pocket holes face the back. So if I were to continue to do this, then I would have had 2 runners on the wrong side. The beauty here is you can use the same spacer blocks to hold these pieces in. All right, so here's where we are. It is day 2. The kids are out back playing, so we got some time before lunch. So both the carcasses are built, and now we're just gonna run the slats on the bottom, and then we'll do the back. All right, had a little lunch, got a little run in, took a shower, put the same sweaty hat on for some reason. And now I gotta figure out the backs of these things, and I'm not exactly sure how I'm gonna do it yet, because I know I want them to be angled, but I'm not sure how that's gonna work exactly or how I'm gonna do the back piece. So I'm gonna figure that out and then I'll let you know. All right, so what I laid it on was, I wasn't sure how I wanted to run the stretcher. I wasn't sure if I wanted to angle it and try to make it at the same angle as these boards coming up. It's gonna be too much of a pain in the butt. So just ran it straight across. And then the angle I set all along was 15 degrees. So I just set my miter saw and cut these all at a 15-degree angle. And we're just going to attach them like this and then against the back. So I just countersink and then pre-drill a little bit all my screws. So this way I can just, since they're underneath, I can just go up from the bottom and screw them in. I'm using this clamp to keep the boards from moving, and then I'll come in and drive them from the back. All right, now that it's assembled, we could just sand it down with like an Orville sander, but ain't no fun. So I figure I'll hit it with the grinder. So you can carve them up as much as you want or as little as you want. That is a 40 grit flap disc. I've gone through 2, 1 per chair. I think I'm gonna put an 80 on next. Hit it a little bit more, kind of soften some of the bigger gouges, and then go from there. I don't think I'm gonna take it any higher than that. All right, there's only one more thing to do, right? That's light this sucker on fire. Here we are, it is next weekend. Anyway, so we've charred the chair, and now we're gonna take that char off to get that textured feel. I'm gonna try these nylon brushes. Well, somebody in the comments of one of my other videos recommended them, but I also saw them on Inspire Woodcraft. Link down below. So even after using that nylon brush on the drill, you still got to go in and clean it up by hand. There's just some areas you can't get to with the drill. This is like just a nylon brush. I got it in the cleaning aisle at Home Depot. So just like something you clean a bathroom with. But it's just a really stiff nylon brush. It leaves less tool marks than like a wire brush. I used to use a wire brush, and it would, depending on what look you're going for, it kind of gives you some like little grooves in there that I don't necessarily want. And then I come in with like a grittier nylon brush and hit it again to get the highlights. So morning. It is already a little over 90 degrees in Houston. It's 8 o'clock in the morning. It's hot here. And since I'm brilliant, having a little coffee. Today we're gonna stain the chairs. I had a lot of people ask me in my torched wood finish video what stain I used for the gray. Hold on. I had a lot of questions about this, how I got that finish. So that's what we're gonna use to finish these chairs today. The stain I used, urethane wood stain, the sun-bleached one. And honestly, I just wanted to see how that looked. I'd never used that stain before, so it turned out really cool. I'm just gonna put it on with a foam brush. I buy just the really cheap foam brushes because they get torn up on the wood a lot of times with the texture and whatnot. So I just use it until it dies on me, throw it away and get another. Doctor. So you might want to do a couple of test pieces before you do the actual chair, just to see how long you want the stain to sit on there before you wipe it off to get the finish you need. I've gotten to pretty much here, and now I want to take it off. So once you determine about how long you want to leave it on, then what I would do is set yourself a timer and apply finish for as long as that timer runs. As soon as it goes off, go back and start wiping off. All right, so I got my Dexter kill room here set up so I can use a little indoor-outdoor spray urethane. We're gonna go with a clear satin on these because I don't want it to be shiny, it's outside. But right now, I don't know if I should spray this furniture or murder my neighbor. Hey, Tom. Forgot I had this. Woohoo! Got it at Workbench Con. Y'all saw that, right?